Polo Po. It's your boy Polo Po. Oh yeah, we about to watch this J. Cole shit, nigga. I'm gonna send this out real quick though. I said I would return because of that. You know what I'm saying? I said I was going to return only because of that. So let's see. Let's share it out. Where we at? Say what up in the chat. What's up, my niggas? We gonna watch real rap. And that's a fact. So we gonna see this J. Cole shit, man. I said I was gonna return for this J. Cole shit, and that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna add to the screen. We're gonna do what it do. Nah, I'm saying?
Can't be a stylist neither. When she's fixing somebody's collar, I don't know what may happen next time she. What's up, man?
I'm just saying, like, a lawsuit, bro.
Yeah, a lawsuit.
Lawyers,
You know, it wasn't like that.
It was like
that. Man, bro, you got niggas like.
he's a
Give me a hug,
Harlem
man.
nigga. You gotta hate Harlem nigga. Yeah, it was like that. That's mad funny. That's mad funny. It's up, yeah, nigga. I said to the chat I would be coming
What's good,
back.
everybody? Welcome back to Talk with Flea. Now, look, I got a real special guest today. An introduction is
you gotta say shout out to Cam for being the new outlet, man. This is so New York, man. So New York.
I would have to have a scroll, an old school scroll for an introduction of my guest today. And I know a lot of people thought that this interview probably wouldn't happen, or we wouldn't be speaking, or we wouldn't even be in the same room. But today, I have a good friend of mine who stopped by to talk with Flea.
Stop the
My
cap.
man, J. Cole. What's good, bro?
Hold
What's
on.
up, bro? Yo,
stop the cap. This was the plan the whole time, nigga. This is like the perfect promo. Like, fuck out of here, man. Don't fake it, man. Y'all niggas is faking out here, B. All right, go.
How you feeling, man?
Thank you so much for coming, man. Thank you so much for coming. So let's just get the elephant out the room. So, right, because your fans is on me. they on my ass.
Your fans probably on me.
They on my ass, right? So,
That's they
a
should,
few months ago, a couple months ago, I put a lawsuit out. I never talked about it, never said anything about it. And the reason I did it is because I just felt like, damn, when he called me to do something, he kept kind of brushing me off when I asked for a favor. And then I kind of scrolled down and looked at when the first time I asked you to do something, the shit said 2022. And I was like, hold up, man. So yeah, it gave me a time to do something, time to do something. And then we actually talked, and I appreciate our conversation, because you was like, yo, if you feel a way, just say something. But this is my process, Cam, that when I write a rhyme, I'm trying to have the best rhyme I'm doing. When I do an interview, it's because I have something to promote.
Right.
So I was just basically going off what you told me.
Right.
And I'm like, this is kind of a long time from what you told me.
Fact.
So let me ask you this. When you first seen the lawsuit, because I never talked about it. Never talked about it.
Right.
What was your emotion when you seen it?
I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was like hurt, almost disappointed, like because I got so much respect for you, you know what I mean? And I look at you like I know you are as a stand-up person, you know what I mean? And so in my mind, I was like, nah.
Right.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I watched this clip a couple of times. I think J. Cole is like be capping on some of this shit. He be like, yo, cause like looking at this answer for a while.
Damn, not you.
Looking at this answer for a while, I feel like it was rehearsed. Like you rehearsed it.
Like, because even when you said like I was brushing you off, it's like you got to clarify for them what was happening was Cam did two things for me, and he did them bitches quick.
Mm-hmm.
When I wanted you on the 95 South intro,
why shouldn't you?
What you need? Boom, boom, I got you. I fuck with you.
Right.
I don't even fuck with a lot of niggas. I fuck with you. Boom, boom, man, I appreciate that shit.
Right.
Then when in the studio when we did I'm ready. We remade I'm Ready. I'm
Right.
like, yo, we got to get Cam on this. This shit'll be legendary.
Right.
When I hit you for that, nigga came through damn near immediately. Like we just happened to be in New York same time.
Right.
Like a real
Verse
New
in
York
15
nigga.
minutes. You did not tell a lie when you said that. Nigga
You
knocked the verse out. I just went to the bathroom damn near. You know what I mean?
Right.
I walked in the other studio, hollered at niggas.
Hold up, man. Because now I'm starting to get tight with you, Cole. You feel me? You're starting to feel disingenuous, and I don't like it. I don't like it. And I defend you. You feel me?
My engineer came in like, yo, you said what?
Corday was there.
Corday was he was there that day?
Yeah, he was there that day.
That's right.
Shout out to Corday too.
Yes, shout out to Corday. So so you did that shit quick as fuck. So mind you, as soon as you do the verse, in my mind, I'm like, I say, Cam, yo, let me get your lawyer info. Let me get your manager info.
Real quick to tap it. When I did my verse so quick, it's like, you know, because I've been in the game a little longer than you, but it seemed like you was verifying, like you listened to it, not saying you fuck with it, but you was like, nah, I ain't do this quick. It's almost like you study my shit. That's why I'm saying I understand where you come from being a lyricist. I remember you sitting there like, nah, this shit is all right. You know what I'm saying?
Know why? Because I'm listening. When I go back and I listen,
right,
and it's almost a weird place for me because it's like, yo, you can.
Right.
So but I still when I'm listening,
it's your project though.
There you go. So I'm listening almost afraid, like
you don't want to tell me.
I don't want to have to tell Cam like, yo, Cam, did you reapproach?
Right.
So if I'm listening like that, it's really,
but I would respect that.
Then I'm hearing it, I'm like, this nigga crazy. Like
So you was listening to just in case you had to ask the nigga, like, yo, you gotta redo this verse because it was whack. Nigga, Cam is better than you, nigga. Fuck are you talking about, nigga? Dipset for life, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? This nigga is crazy. And you know, I fuck with Cole, but you respect your elders, man.
You smoked it.
No,
so you know, when you was leaving, you so cool, nigga smoking a black and mild on the couch. You know what I mean? Nigga knock his verse out. And then when you leave and I say, yo, Cam, like, let me get your lawyer info, you know what I mean? Or whoever, so I can get you paid. I'm on that early. Mind you, we did this song a long time ago.
Right.
You like, nah, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, nah, Cam, not like, please. Like, you know what I mean? You like,
absolutely.
Nah, trust me,
this is
don't
true.
worry about it. So in my mind, my spite, not for you, but in general, my spidey senses will normally go up.
Right.
Because in my mind, I'm like, I don't want nobody thinking I owe them a favor, but I'm like, it's Cam. Like one.
Taxes was so taxing.
Nigga. Business is business, nigga.
I do Cam a favor anyways. I pay him and still do whatever the favor is. You know what I mean? So it's like, this shit would never get weird in my mind. I'm like, cool, he insists. I ain't going, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to trip. Years go by. The song, remember I told you the song was probably gonna come out in like a few months or something. But my process is like, clearly it took me 10 years on this album. So my process is so much that it's like that song didn't drop till 2 years later, a year and a half, whatever it was. So the song dropped, boom, boom.
Manageable.
I give you very short notice that the song is gonna drop. You know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, you still cool with us putting this out? You're like, cool, no problem, boom, boom, boom. So when it's time to do the paperwork, now I've learned my lesson. You also taught me a good lesson. I do appreciate that. Because industry standard is like, if somebody do a verse for you or they produce for you, how we move, we so last minute, and in the game, it's like standard to be like, we'll work it out after.
Right.
Because everybody moves like understanding industry standard. Like, okay, he might ask for 20% when normally it's 15, no problem. But he ain't gonna come and ask for 70%. Like, so we'll handle it after, boom, boom.
Hold on.
So the lawyer
Hold on, not for everybody though. If your money ain't long like that, you feel me? You don't got like backing like that, nigga, you gonna try to handle that as quick and as cheap as possible, nigga. What you talking about?
Came back on our side, I don't know, a month later after they trying to figure the paperwork out. After Mike Delete Later drop. Right. They're like, yo, did you tell Cam you do a swap for an interview, boom, boom? Mm-hmm. I was like, no. I told him I'd do an interview and I will.
That right there though is some Harlem shit to do. That is a Harlem nigga right there. He said, hold on. I said, oh, but look how it turns around though. Look.
Still got a plan to do an interview for him.
Right.
But I ain't say it was a swap. Like, it wasn't a swap. It wasn't a verse for an interview. Like, I'm gonna go do Cam. Right. But it's not based on
The verse,
right?
Got you.
So they come back with some crazy number, like, all right, he want 300,000, some number where I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, shit is going on. And then right after that was the Kendrick and Drake shit. Right. So much shit has happened in my life. That's not necessarily a priority for me.
Right.
Meanwhile, you hitting me around that same time, like, yo, bro, is it, like what you think about doing an interview? Right. I'm like, Cam, I would love to do an interview. I fuck with your platform.
Right.
I would love to do an interview with you. Let me get this album out.
Right.
Now, here's where I fucked up. And if I go back, I'll start doing shit differently.
Right.
Like, I was telling you when I thought I'd be done with the album.
Right.
So I'd be like, if at this time it's April or May, I'd be like, you'd be like, cool, just let me know I'm starting this thing, this new, you hadn't even started this yet.
Right.
I damn near maybe it was going to be your first guest or some shit.
And that's exactly what it was going to be.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. So what I was telling you was,
what's up with that?
Man, I think I had this shit done by September. And I mind you, when I'm saying that, I'm confident in it too, damn near. I'm like, yeah, I should be done by September. I've done this before.
Right.
But I ain't know that I had to get, I had to get my hair right. I had to get my energy right. And it took me a lot of elements, made it so that by the time September crept up, I had you on my mind the whole summer.
Right.
I'm like, fuck, I told Cam September I'll probably be done. I'm knowing, and this nigga, you don't play about your business, and I really respect it.
I appreciate it.
September 1st at motherfucking 9 a.m. This nigga Cam was on my line like, hey, what's up, bro? Like that's why it's like I see how you built such a successful business.
I appreciate that.
Every time I gave you a date,
right.
I don't know if you got a assistant, a schedule, if that shit is up here.
Right.
Every time I gave you a date, you was on me on that date. Right. So the first time you hit me September.
He's from the town, nigga.
Like, fuck, I gotta tell Cam it's not September.
Right.
Cam, it's not September, boom, boom. Like,
right.
I'm not there yet, boom, boom. I think it'll be realistically March or whatever I say, right? I give you another date.
Right.
Everything's cool. You cool about it. You're not tripping at all. You like, cool, just let me know, boom, boom, boom. Right. You double back around March or whenever the next thing is.
Whenever you told me to hit you back, I was
every time you double back, but the next time you double back, I also wasn't ready.
Right.
And mind you, the whole time, you don't know this, but I was telling you the other day, it's like, every time I had you on my mind, like, fuck, like I'm behind schedule,
right?
But somewhere in my thoughts, I'm thinking about you because I'm like, yo, I told Cam I'd be done by such and such.
Just real quick, right? Me being on your mind is pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Let's just
pause, nigga. Pause.
Yeah.
You said
it like you I was gonna let it slide, but I don't want to be on your mind that much, man. So I just want to get that out the way real quick. But go ahead, man. I don't want to interrupt the story. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So we're in March.
Now we're in March or wherever we at. Whatever the date is, now you follow up again.
Right.
Now I got to hit you with the news again, right? And I think this time is when you hit me. I could feel. No, this time when you hit me, I damn near didn't even want to text you because I'm like, I can't text him the same thing I text him. Let me call him.
Right.
So this is when I called you. Right. I don't know if you remember this, but I called you. I'm like, yo, let me just call him. And when I called you and we got on the phone and I hit you now verbally with the same thing I hit you with on text, I felt the Harlem come out damn near.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Where you was like, yo, I understand what you're saying, but like, let me tell you how I'm feeling. Like when you asked me to do something, I showed right up. Right. I did it and I knocked it out. Now when I'm asking you to do something, it's like you gotta. Now it's all of this time and boom, boom. It's like, yo, I'm not understanding. Which I felt your energy. I had to go, whoa, Cam. Right. Like I feel like, I'm sensing your energy and I'm realizing like we don't even really know each other like that.
Yeah.
We don't. I respect you. I got a lot of love for you, and I'm assuming you respect me. Got a lot of love, but we don't really know each other. So I feel like you may think that I'm trying to give you the runaround or play with you or boom, 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 and it's not like that, nigga. If you only knew how many people that are I've maybe done the same thing to, and it's not. And that's when I explained to you like, yo, I don't move like that. Like I'm not just jumping out to do an interview for it's like, yo, I want to talk about the music and anything else that comes around the music, cool. But it's like I don't have nothing, especially at that time. If I jump on an interview, what do niggas want to hear about at that time? It's like, man, no, my mind is on trying to finish this shit I've been working on for so long. I explained that to you. You said, cool. The conversation was great. You know what I mean? We had a real conversation. And then I gave you another date.
Right.
And this last date I gave you was probably like,
What's was cut up, man? You was giving the runaround, nigga. Let's keep it 12, nigga. I'm fucking with Cole. because you know what I'm saying. He's a regular.
June of last year, or whenever it was.
Right.
And I remember because we started mixing the album for real.
Right.
A little around the time after I talked to you, we started mixing in tape. Right. We never mixed in tape before. We mixed in tape because, you know, we was listening to a lot of Mobb Deep along the way.
I was about to say you took it back to reels.
Yes, we took it to reels and tape and like mixing on the board. And we mixed on the board before, but we ain't never hit tape.
Right.
And Q-Tip was in the studio one time with me, and I had to ask him like, "Yo, bro, like, what was y'all doing on Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
What was y'all doing?" And he was just telling me, "Yeah, we was hitting tape. We fucked around with tape in the past, but never like this." And when he said that, shout out to Q-Tip because he changed our whole perspective.
Right.
Then I realized now we got to learn, but then we have to learn how to use tape.
Right.
And I'm realizing this shit is hard, and I ain't even having. Now I got to get another tape machine because I realized one wasn't enough.
Right.
So now me and my engineer and my team, we trying to learn something new on the fly. So what would have normally took 2-3 months for us to mix on Pro Tools is now taking us dumb long. Like, so by the time June comes and you hit me,
first 2 albums are on tape. Right.
There you go. So you know niggas carrying the whole reels to the thing.
Exactly.
You probably gotta wait mad long for them to pull up the mix.
Yeah.
Like that's how it is.
Yo, I ain't even gonna front. I have no idea what the niggas is talking about. And yo, I ain't never heard my nigga Nice say tapes or reels for mixing. This is some new shit. This is some new shit. This is some shit I don't know. You know, the music guru has things to learn.
Every time people don't not understand it, but you understand, which is like when you mix. If I mix on Pro Tools right now, if I got a Cam song that I did and it's mixed on Pro Tools, I could pull that shit up in 0.3 seconds. The whole mix, everything. It might take 10 seconds because of some plugins and shit.
Right.
When you got tape, every time we switch a song, you gotta fucking send every track to the board. The board gotta go to, or some shit, the board gotta go to tape. All of these tracks on the tape, you gotta send it back to the board. You gotta get the board dialed in by hand, exactly how you had it last time, just to make a change.
Right.
So now by the time you hitting me in June on this last time, now this is where I understand and I get it.
Right.
You hit me again. And you like, hey, bro, like, you know, what's good? I'm checking back in June 1st, like you told me or whatever, like what's good? Right. And now I got to hit you with the heartbreaking text for me because I'm like, fuck, I don't want to tell this nigga. And what I tried to do on this last text with you was to say like, Cam, let's not do it like this no more. Right. Let me just tell you, this album is coming out, but let me just hit you. You the first person I'm coming to see. Everybody on my team been knew that.
Right.
So let me just hit you as soon as I'm done for real.
Right.
And then you the first person I'm coming to see. Right. Your text back was like, yo, respectfully, like you've been telling me for a long time you was gonna do this. So like, if you can't make it happen in the next 2-3 weeks, like, yo, let's not even worry about it. And I was like, yo, I definitely can't do the next 2-3 weeks. And you was like, cool. So then this the other last part. I know it's a long story.
No, take your time. I'm glad you're so in depth.
Yes.
Like I said, listen, J. Cole fan. I'm one of the J. Cole fans.
I appreciate it.
Cam, you're lying. Cole, don't do this.
Yeah.
And it's nothing personal. It's nothing. But this is just his process. So I'm glad you're being this detailed about it.
For sure.
For me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, no doubt. So
thank you.
Now, and mind you, even when you sent me that text, it's the crazy part. Even when you send me that text, like, yo, don't even worry about it. In my mind, I know, oh, Cam fed up with me. But Cam don't know my plan is to still, you didn't know this, but Eve knew and everybody on my team knew, like, Cam, like, he kind of done with me, but he don't know as soon as my album drop, I'm still coming to see him first. Because I told him I'd come to his show. You know what I mean? Like, so that was still my plan.
Right.
Yeah.
So the last wild thing that happened to me, to answer your original question, which was how did I feel?
Right.
About a month before I'm not even gonna say this, around like August, September, or whatever the date was in the fall, I got a random text from you. And it was like some like DocuSign thing that you was telling somebody like, yo, I think you sent the wrong one or something like that. I'm thinking somebody hacked your phone.
I remember.
I'm thinking somebody, because you know people be playing on phones and trying to hack.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, bro, you good? I hit you damn near back in at least 10, 15 minutes. Like, yo, you good? And then you was like, oh, no, my fault. Wrong text, like wrong person. I'm like, all right, hope you good. And then you hit me like, yo, everything good. So in my mind, I'm like, you know, we still good. And I still got plans in my mind to hit you. So then a month later or 3 weeks later, when the lawsuit come out, I'm like, come on, Cam. And only because it was like, in my mind, I'm like, bro.
You thought, nigga. Word. Reminded you what a real New Yorker would do. You think it's sweet, nigga. This nigga
you really could have hit me. Like, although it was taking a long time, I don't give a fuck if you would have called me and been like, yo, nigga, what the, like you could have screamed on me. We could have argued, boom, boom. I would have preferred that than the other way. Cause I was just like, damn, Cam, it never got to that point where you couldn't like holler at me or whatever. So my first thing was disappointment. But then I was like, and my first thought was like, fuck it then. Like this nigga ain't even know I was still gonna come to his show. Right. My first gut reaction, like, damn, and it's like misinformation, you know what I mean? Like within the lawsuit itself, and you know, the internet running with it. People hit me like, yo, what's going on with the Cam shit? Boom, boom. So like my ego reaction is like, all right. Quietly, I'm like, man, fuck this nigga, boom, boom.
Right.
But quickly, I'm like, but nah, like, I get it though. Let me put myself in his shoes. Like, yo, the nigga feel like he was getting the runaround. Right. You know what I mean? He don't know you for real. He don't know your heart for real, for real. Right. He think you trying to play. And Camron is probably like, I seen this movie before. Right. You don't fuck with me. You don't want to do the favor. You trying to drag me out until I don't want to do it no more. Right. All right, nigga, bet. And I got one in the chamber. Right. I never signed that paperwork for that fucking, for that verse. So here you go, boom, just to like hit me in the rib. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, cool. Like, and even when I took that and understood that and accepted that, I still said in my mind, I was like, yo, I'm going to still go see Cam.
And that's what you called and said. You said, regardless if you still want to sue me or anything else, I'm still, and which of course, it was never going to go nowhere. But for me, it was more like, I need to get this nigga attention because I'm not going to call on bark on you. We had a cool relationship. We never been there. It ain't like we've been to club together. We don't know each other to scream and yell at each other, no shit like that. So I just took it more of like, to me, when I looked at it and I looked at the time, like, and you did a great job explaining.
Yep.
I just looked at the years because it was turning into years.
Facts.
And I'm like, yo, and you made a great point too. You didn't look at it as a swap. And we come from two different, I'm a little before you. So the way I used to look at it, or not niggas in my generation, and be like, yo, I did this for you. I need you to do this for me. Right. That's how I looked at it, even though you're explaining that's how you never looked at it because you offered to pay me. I'm not charging you. I tell niggas no all the time. I don't like niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like a lot of people, especially rappers. I don't even like, you're great lyricists. Like I said, you, like not just for your generation, period. So I'm like, let me get a verse. Cam would take me to, matter of fact, fuck the verse. Let me get the interview. Yo, pardon me. And then that's when all that shit came out at the same time. So more of the story is I get it. And thank you for being here, bro. And
thank you for having me.
That shit was never going to go nowhere for us, a lawsuit anyway. It's just like, I need to get this nigga attention. Because I did feel like I did a couple things for you like that. Because I respect your craft and what you do.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So
and I appreciate you.
I'm glad we here, man.
Me too, man.
I'm glad we here, bro. And like I said, that shit wasn't never about now. It's more like, yo,
when black men speak, man, when black men speak, great things happen, nigga. Fuck.
Bro, I did this shit for the nigga, but at the end of the day, your process, like you explained to me, is your process. Let's get on to some better shit. How did you get your first deal?
Everyone keeps asking me how I do my podcast alone. The answer, Riverside. I get high quality podcast recordings right from my room. And I'm not.
What's the process of that?
Okay. Damn, this was the days when having a deal mattered, right? Like this was still I'm the last one of that generation. Me, Kendrick, Drake, we the last ones from the generation where a deal mattered. Your generation, a deal mattered.
Absolutely.
You get a nice nigga like Cam or a nice nigga like Mace, you get him a deal in a situation.
Absolutely.
My generation, the deal still matters, but it's not going to be much of a difference between independent and a deal. It's just, you'll see yourself more. You know what I'm saying? So a major label deal is still like that same shit that they're talking about, but it's always on a lower level now.
Absolutely.
They have a shot.
Right.
Nowadays, it's like, bro, if you just do the right online campaign, you can blow without the labels. But I'm the last generation of that. So I moved to New York. I went to St. John's to be around the music industry. I'm from Fayetteville, ain't no music industry there.
Right.
Two dudes as a group, my mentors, they call Bomb Shelter. Like they like a almost. They was so fucking good. Right. Imagine the best group from Harlem, but they never made it. You know what I mean? Like that, they that in Fayetteville.
Got you.
And I peeped like, oh, they didn't make it not because they wasn't good enough, but because they wasn't around shit.
Right.
Back then you had to be around. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go to school in New York to be around it. So after some years of being there, I'm like, damn, I got to get my foot in the door. And I got to shout out my man. His name is Mike Rooney. He's Corey Rooney's nephew. Okay. But he not like a nepotism nephew. He damn near his uncle. He ain't get it off the string of his uncle.
Right.
You know what I mean? If anything, his uncle might have made it harder for him, you know, from what I understand. And he had to get it on his own. And he heard I had a song called School Days. And he heard this shit on my MySpace. It's a long story, but he ended up connecting me with Kirk Lightburn, a dude that's like really tight with Mark Pitts.
Right.
So Mark Pitts, shout out to Mark Pitts, Gucci the Don. It's like he heard Lights Please, the song I got called Lights Please, and he saw the vision. And he brought me in. And eventually he ended up taking it to Jay. Okay. You know what I mean? And Jay like heard it. Mind you, this is a year after I waited outside. Right. Was a baseline or Rock the Mic for Jay trying to pass him a beat CD. Right. You know what I mean? And he ain't take the shit. He like kind of dubbed me. Right. And it taught me a lesson like, nigga, you ain't gonna get it like that. Yeah, that's not how you want to get it. Right. And a year later, via Mark Pitts, you know what I mean?
I got a whole group
take me to Jay heard it, saw the vision, and like
that raised me.
Right. Is there anybody before Jay that you seen that celebrity-wise the man shut you down, or your mom was just strictly get the Rock Nation or Jay-Z or whatever?
You know what? Rock Nation didn't exist at that time, but me standing outside for Jay, it wasn't me trying to get a deal. Right. I'll make beats too. So it's like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, I seen Kanye like got in with the producing shit first. Right. Maybe that's an end for me. And the news had dropped that Jay was working on American Gangster. Okay. You know what I mean?
It's still that way though. Producers definitely get signed quicker than rappers now.
But the article was saying he wasn't necessary.
Shout out to Moolah. Shout out to Moolah Man Damn. Shout out to Fuckboy. Shout out to the producers, Meta. Shout out to the producers, man. These niggas be out here, bro.
Done. Like, so in my mind, I'm like, I'm ambitious. You know what I mean?
Bando.
And I believe in myself. So I'm like, I was at work. I'm like, yo, as soon as I got home, I made 2 beats. Threw a hook on one, put 7 other beats on the CD. I put the American Gangster cover on it. Like I slid that shit in the CD book over my volume 3. I had a volume 3 or volume 2. So I took the cover out, put his American Gangster cover in, black and white, little printed version, and stood outside trying to get him a beat CD with a hook on it, thinking if he in my mind, he was going to go upstairs, put the CD in, hear it, go get that young kid from outside. You know what I mean? So I thought that, I wasn't even thinking about it signing to Jay-Z. I was just thinking like, oh, maybe I can get my beats off. Right. You know what I mean? And get on like that. I only thought about signing a Def Jam or to a label. I never thought about a Jay-Z or something like that, but it worked out for me.
But that's what I'm saying. Was it nobody ever said, fuck out of here? Did you see anybody celebrity-wise that you may have tried to get on to, but that was just your focus?
Nah. I will say, no, nobody ever shitted on me or dubbed me. Right. But I do know that at one point in time, 50, I think Shy Money and shout to G Unit Hove from Queens. Right. They was trying to put, I think, 50 onto my shit. You know what I mean? This is around the time right before when I was knowing Mark, before Jay had heard my shit. Right. And I think they played my shit for 50. And what I was told his response was like, mind you, I had like I had this song called Lost Ones. I had Lights Please. I had Simba. I had hard shit too. Like where you could tell I could really rap. Right. And I think 50 reaction from what I heard was, can't sign this nigga, his jeans too tight.
They going off the image. Right?
I get it too, because I mean, guess what?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That shit wouldn't have made no sense, me going to G Unit, you know what I mean? But shout to Shy Money, you know what I mean? And Hove, who seen the vision.
How was that? How was your experience working with Hove or getting into Rock Nation, being like the first artist over there? What was that like for you?
Shout out to Cap Live.
Did you know the average starting salary for a junior programmer is $75,000 per year, according to Indeed.com?
Honestly, bro, I think by that time, I missed the heyday that you got to experience. Right. You know what I mean? Y'all damn near missed it.
Yeah, we caught the tail end of it.
Tail end. Y'all caught when that nigga was probably on his way out. Like, man, y'all niggas have it. Like, I missed the era when it was actually like a real squad and like a real label based off of like a rap energy. So when I caught it was straight. I think I caught him on straight CEO mode, where it's just like, all right, look, I'm gonna sign this artist. I'm gonna spend X amount of money on him.
Right.
I'm gonna give him some time in my office to have a couple pep talks with him. But like, nigga, you gotta go. It's sink or swim. Right. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, I don't think he had the care, and I understand it at this point, to necessarily be like, you know, having his arm around me or coaching me up, which I appreciate, because you know, I prefer the way.
I feel like he took you on tour and he gave you the rock chain. I think that's enough. You know, retrospect, what would he do? You know what I'm saying? Maybe jump on more records.
Yeah, I got it, which was like on my own for the most part. Other than, of course, just the affiliation with him alone, life changing. Let alone the investment from his company. Right. You know what I mean? Like so. But other than that, trying to navigate the waters of how to blow and when to release or how to do it and bumping my head, that shit was like on me and on Eve and like on us.
Is that part of the reason that you said maybe I don't need to be here after a while and take your own thing to Interscope? Why leave Rock Nation and go to Interscope?
Now, first I went to Interscope with them.
Okay.
Because they had a deal with Columbia.
Right.
And then they deal with Sony was up. So they took me to the Universal on my last, on my last couple albums. Right. Then we converted it with Rock Nation from a record deal to like a distribution deal with them. Okay. You know what I mean? And when that ran out, it's like, yo, we worked something else out. I think they got what they needed up out of me. I got what I needed up out of them. And it's like, it's you know.
Right. So when you get in the game, you come from Fayetteville, you're in New York. Now you're in the game and you're getting this people loving you from the beginning. Is it what you expected when you first got in, knowing that people from your town didn't make it? You're getting this success because people gravitated to you really quickly. And it seems like you're more, once you, like now to me, just how I look at it, and I could be totally wrong, like I'm gonna pop out when I want to pop out and get my music out, and then I'm gonna go live my life with my family. Because there's plenty of times I call you and you'll be like, yo, I'm in Africa. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I do. So it's like the music industry at this time, I'm talking about when you first get in, are you excited? Is it what you expected, or you just want to do what you had to do and move on?
Nah.
Hey, what you gotta say,
I think I always had a long-term plan when I was young.
Hey, what you gotta say,
and then go back home.
Right.
But I ain't gonna lie, like, nah, I didn't have expectations. That shit was a slow grind. Right. Like you look at somebody like Drake, it's like the rise was meteoric.
Okay.
Like 50.
Okay.
Was like 50 had a mixtape run, but once it popped, it was like, oh shit, my shit never did this. My shit was always this, which I feel grateful for, because it's like, yo, God blessed me with the opportunity to adjust as it grew.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I remember going to Miami.
I want to say,
first of all, I come from a squad of friends that like
I say, like, when he first got signed, he had the Buzz, he had the Lights Please, he had Who Dat, and then niggas was kind of waiting for him. And then he dropped the Friday Night Lights mixtape, and he eventually got to the first album. So I do feel him on, like, and then like he definitely got the book. But I feel like Drake, I feel like you're right. But that's because you never had a like a smash. You feel me?
We like
party
hard niggas. Like, you know, I spent my first parties with the skating rink. And I made sure I was religiously there from 7 years old. Friday night, Saturday night. Mom, going to the skating rink. I used to walk up there. That was my first job. It was my hangout spot when I was 11, 12. And then that turned into the teen clubs as a teenager. Then that turned into the college parties. And I went to college. And then once we was out of college and broke, we still trying to find a way to get into the club free before 11 or boom, boom, boom. So I say all that to say, we used to go to Miami, even just as college kids, like spring break. You know what I mean? You know how that go. And I remember the first time we went to Miami, and it was like, I think maybe the warm-up had just dropped or was about to drop, or maybe the news had just dropped about, you know, I signed to Rock Nation or whatever. And I remember like 2 people noticed me or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, we look at, Eve look at each other like, oh shit. Like, yo, like somebody randomly come up to you like, yo, you J. Cole? Was like, oh shit. And then the next year, it was like, okay, maybe the warm-up was out, you know what I mean? And like I had a little bit more motion. Maybe it was like now 500 people recognize you. And then that next year it was like, oh, I couldn't even go out there no more. Like, you know what I mean? So, but I had a good time to like adjust. And I ain't had no expectations, but I did enjoy the process of it. You know what I mean? And I wasn't thinking like, man, let me hurry up and get this shit over with. If anything, I was enjoying that shit a little too much. You know what I mean? Like it might have threw off some of my discipline.
Got you. So people know you play basketball as well. Like you're about to go play basketball. When China, you told me? Yeah, like
on some
you called me playing professional ball in Africa. Like Canada, I spoke to Drake one time, like, I went to see J. Cole. He's playing ball in fucking Canada.
Right. Yeah.
You're playing professional basketball around the world.
Yeah.
So for me, right? I was either basketball or rap. I didn't really have no other plan. I didn't have a plan C. Plan D. Is that what you focused on growing up? Like, I want to be a basketball player or I want to rap, or did you have other goals?
Yeah, those were both of my goals for the most part. But I ain't gonna lie, like nigga, I was, and still to this day, like I'm not going to play professional in Africa because I'm some nice nigga. Like I can hang on the court, I can shoot, you know what I mean? I could defend, but I'm not and never have been that nigga on the court at any time on any level. Like when I see, you know, they got that famous clip of you in high school. Like, nah, you was getting to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You
was one of them ones. It's like that was never me with basketball. Although I had a love and a passion for basketball, I always feel like, yo, I left a lot on the table because I ain't have direction. I ain't had nobody around to be like, nigga, you ain't even good. Yeah, you're a supporting player on your high school team. You're not even that nigga. Like, I had nobody to say that. So, but I always kept that love and that dream. Right. Even though I'm not good enough, I still had the dream. And what that dream did is it allowed me to get better over time. Okay. So who I was at 17 as a player, I was way better at 18. Right. Then I was way better at 20. Right. Then I was way better at 22. I actually kept getting better as a player. Right. And so the basketball shit is like me just trying to scratch a last itch, you know what I mean? Of like, yo, let me see if I could do this. Could I train and be able to like go play professional? Because these teams and these leagues are looking at it like, you know what? He not ass. Right. He could come be on the court and he could give our league some publicity. Some publicity. So the China thing you're talking about is like it's a team in Nanjing that from last year was offering me to come and play. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm looking at the clock, like, boy, I'm getting older. Like this might be my last shot. So I'm gonna keep my word to them and show up and play a couple games. Although I know, you know, I'm not in the best of shape because the album, but I'm gonna go out there and have fun with it.
Why wouldn't you? Listen, niggas offer me a couple of dollars to come play. I don't know about China. I'm going to Canada. I'm gonna go to Canada if I had a chance.
Why China though? Because it's so far.
I don't like going a lot of places if English ain't the main language. I don't even care if I have like if I go do a show or we on tour, cool. But like you're going to spend time to play ball over there, like live a regular life. Not saying you can live a regular life, but just at the end of the day, nah. I've been to China. I remember I did a show in China, Shanghai. Shout out to Shanghai to the fans, and the crowd was going crazy. It was a Reebok event, and the cops made everybody sit down. It was like, watch the show sitting down. Damn. Yeah, I was like, what the yo, how are they going to enjoy the show? Right. And then told me to start over.
Oh, that's great.
I said, yo, what's going on out here? Yeah. But then we went to a hip hop club and it was cool. I guess because it was a big event, they turned it into something. But I like America, man. I really do. I like North America.
Right, I feel you.
You still driving a Honda?
Yeah, nah, like in my regular life.
No, I'm saying you kept it around.
It's parked at the crib. Okay. It's always been parked.
It's sentimental to you.
Oh, it's
what's the sentimental value to it?
That's the car that I used to get back and forth from college in.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like that's the one. So if I had a 3-day weekend, like, you know, college, we off on Monday. That Friday after class, I'm driving back home.
Gotcha.
So like I-95, like I didn't hit that route so much. Back and forth, I know to this day, I know exits. Like I know when I'm in Maryland, I know if I get off on this exit without even looking at the signs, I know it's a gas station right over there. It's a Chick-fil-A, boom, boom, and it's always in this car. Parties in this car. Me riding around with Ebe in New York, playing a song I just made in my room or at the studio with Mike Rooney in this car. When So Far Gone dropped, this nigga Ebe was trying to put me on. I was damn near avoiding it. like
everything happened in the car.
I remember I pulled over. I had to go piss. I pulled over on the street in New York. Just found me a little corner to go piss. Yeah. I came back. He had So Far Gone in. It's like he had to force me to listen to that shit. And I'm listening like, oh my fucking God, in that car. You know what I mean? Drive from New York to Miami in that car. The first time we ever sold a physical CD of my own
Right.
was in that car, North Carolina A&T. So yeah, I'm sentimental with my possessions. Damn it.
It makes a lot of sense. There was a rumor. Did you ever scuffle with Puff before, or is that just all rumor?
No, that actually happened. I had a
explain that.
Nah, you know what?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
I damn near wish I could because it's such an ill story.
Right.
You know what I mean? But matter of fact, we did a podcast, me and Eve, like a year and a half ago, where we kind of ran through like the first part of my career up until Forest Hills Drive.
Right.
And we had a bonus episode that was the whole episode was just about that night.
Okay.
And that altercation, right?
Right.
And we was gonna put it out because at that time, you know what I mean? Like me and Puff, like we hadn't had no problem for years. Even after that, like it was cleaned up quick and we was in a good spot.
Right.
But you know, Puff was on the song that I had on off season, and like, so we was gonna put it out thinking like, yo, it's cool. Like enough time has passed, he ain't gonna feel no way, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And then all the shit happened with him.
Right.
And I was just like, nah, it felt like damn near like kicking a man when he's down. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It was like it would have gave the news in the world more ammo.
I got what you're saying.
Just destroy this dude.
Yeah, it wasn't a good time to put it out. It
wasn't a good time. So similarly right now, it's like, I want to tell it because it's ill, but I'm like, nah.
But it did happen.
Oh, no, it happened. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
For sure.
You mentioned a couple names earlier. And
popped on that nigga.
Oh, but let me say this.
Absolutely.
It did happen, but the stories be wrong.
Okay.
The narratives around it be wrong.
Right. The remixes is crazy.
The remixes is crazy. Like how shit be happening.
Right.
But the remixes is crazy.
Right. Because, you know, people will say it happened, didn't happen. I tell niggas all that. Like, when it comes to history, not just...
Yo, you gotta stop with this shit. That... You gotta stop it with it, bro. It don't have to be with everything, nigga.
Rap. I'm like, by the time we leave, if somebody get punched in the face in this room, by the time you get to valet, it's 7 different stories on how they got punched in the face. He got punched in the face and his tooth fell out. Now his nose came off. Like the remixes of stories, it just be crazy. So no story that's out there has been right. So, what you're saying. So just so people know.
Even Punch from TDE, shout out to Punch, that's my man. But he gave a rendition where I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, you got a lot of it right. You wasn't really right there.
Right.
So even what you saying, you either missing details or misrepresented some details. I know the story, and he was right there, but I know the full front to back. You know, I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and you know, that's a memorable night for me. So it's like I'm recalling that shit verbatim. But even somebody that was there that's giving it, it's like, nah, that's not the full. That's not the full.
Twitter treating me good.
He was talking about how at the beginning of the show, when I wanted to do the interview one of these times, and then this Kendrick thing comes up. So we have to put things on the back burner, which is fine. When you heard Kendrick make that song with Metro Boomin, and I remember years ago when y'all was first, I don't want to say first coming out, when y'all niggas was kind of established, and he did a freestyle years ago, and it was kind of like, he kind of was taking shots at everybody, not just you, period. And I remember you was like, yo, I don't know how to sit with this. This was not this problem that happened. I'm talking about maybe 6, 7 years ago. And he was like, I'm supposed to take this. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to make it seem like it was competitive. When this latest...
It wasn't shots, too, when you really listen to that song. It was the control song you're talking about. It's like, you listen, it's not a shot. You know what I mean? But the world at that time, it felt like the energy of it felt like a shot. You know what I mean? But like when you really bust it down,
you said
there's nothing disrespectful in there. You know what I mean? But I understand what you're saying. There was something before. Now you was gonna ask me how did I feel when
I don't think y'all niggas that nigga Kendrick was out for blood the whole time, bro. That was a shot, nigga. That was the first reckoning, the day of reckoning. When he shot out Control, he let all of y'all niggas know I'ma be on top. You feel me? Like in the back of her head, he was planning to shoot you in the head. Respectfully.
Yeah, no, elaborate. I want you to be elaborate because I want to make sure I got it right. And if I don't got it right, check me to make sure not Cam. It didn't happen like that.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So when the Metro Boomin track just came out, or not just now, been a couple years now, when you first heard it, how did you feel about it?
All right, 2 reactions. One, I got probably about an hour or 2 before somebody hit me and said it. The way they worded it was like, yo, Kendrick, boom, boom, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thrown off right there.
Right.
Automatically. I'm like, wait, what?
Right.
And then mentally I go to like, wait, I know we good. I just spoke, boom, boom. Like,
right.
Now I'm trying to think like, damn, did I do this? Right. I'm not even hearing the song. I don't know what the fuck he gonna say. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, damn, did something happen? Did I do something? Did I say something? Boom, boom. Like, I'm confused almost. Like, not knowing what the song's gonna be, only knowing what somebody, you know how this shit go. You send your shit to Spotify or something, and then somebody at Spotify listen to the shit early, then they send a message to somebody. Somehow somebody knew and it got out, and then it made its way to me.
Gotcha.
So an hour or two before, mind you, I go to sleep. I sleep by motherfucking 10 o'clock most nights, 9:30 damn near. So now I'm like, oh shit, let me stay up and hear what this is. You know what I mean? So I listen to it and I have two first reactions. My first reaction is, that shit is hard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a hard ass verse, undeniably. The beat crazy, the song is ill. And I'm like, he went crazy. That's my first reaction. Because I don't know what I'm listening for. You know what I mean? Right. I'm like, that shit's tough.
Right.
My second reaction is, not now, nigga.
Right.
My second reaction is like it's
kind of pussy.
No, nigga. This is inconvenient for
me.
And can I explain to you why?
Absolutely.
This is gonna be long-winded, but let me explain to you.
Take your time. This is why we're here.
Right at that time, I had just got off tour with Drake. I had went on tour with Drake. We did that. And I had Might Delete Later in the Chamber, which was the project that you on as a mixtape.
Right.
And then I had to Fall Off finished. I probably had to tweak a couple mixes, boom, boom, but I had this album finished, the Fall Off, right?
Right.
So, but my Not Now, it was based off of that, but let me tell you something else. At that time, I had been working on the Fall Off, which was done. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? And by the way, that somebody leaked it. I know who leaked it and who said it, you know what I mean? But it's cool, he put it out there. It's like, yo, he was on 2 joints.
Right.
You know what I mean? On the album. You know what I mean? Like, and on my mind, I'm like,
meaning Kendrick.
Yes.
Right.
Got 2 joints. So I'm just trying to paint the full picture of my state.
Take your time.
So I in my mind, I'm like, oh nigga, I've been working so long on this. You a big part of it, which I'm grateful for, because it's like, nigga, that was a part of my vision for it. Like having both of these dudes as a part of this. As on my way out, I wanted to like celebrate, like, damn, I'm really grateful to have done it at the same time as these niggas.
Yes.
Because I genuinely felt like, yo, like this is it for me. You know what I mean? And at least at this level, I ain't working 8 years on the album no more.
Right.
But there's something I'm leaving out, which is when that shit happened, ultimately it became that whole situation from me going on stage, apologizing, boom, boom. It ended up being that whole situation ended up being the absolute biggest blessing for me.
Right.
And this is why.
Okay.
If you would have heard me talk about the Fall Off at that time for like months before, me and Eve like this, like creatively, like this is my man. And like, if you would have heard me talk about the album at that time, it would have sounded something like this.
Get tax expertise without
No.
Man, let's put this shit the fuck out, bro.
Right.
Let's get this shit out, nigga. Let's hurry the fuck up and put this shit the fuck out and be done with this shit. Like, we was over it because we was so exhausted from working on it. Right. You know what I mean? Like, while I was working on this album, I dropped 4 Your Eyes Only, KOD, the off season, and had Might Delete Later in the Chamber. I was tired and burnt the fuck out. And I used to like pray basically like, God, show me when it's time for me to really be done with this shit.
Right.
So I can know.
Right.
And so for 3 months straight, probably from like December, January, February, every time I sat down to write, I couldn't write shit. Like nothing was, I couldn't get past writers. I couldn't get past a line or two.
Right.
And I'm just like, damn. I was taking this as, I guess God is showing me, yo, you really done. I thought he was showing me I was done in the form of like, yo, I'm tapped out. I ain't got shit to say. Right. So on top of that, how I would speak about the album and my energy was negative. It would be like, bro, like, let's get this. How I felt about this shit was hard as fuck. But how I felt about it was almost, it was negative. You know what I mean? It was like, man, let's put this shit the fuck out.
I did say something like that on my on Summer in the 90s on 7 p.m. in Platinum. I was like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I was tired of rap because they don't even listen, dog. Some shit like that. But I relate to what he's feeling right now.
I'm done. I'm exhausted. Clearly, I'm tapped out. I can't write shit. All right. But I got enough in the chamber where I know this is how I'm going out. And like, if I never write another rhyme or put out another album, it's cool because I did this.
Right.
So that's the energy that I'm listening. That's the energy I'm sitting in when this verse happens from him.
Got you.
So my thought goes, first of all, this verse is crazy. It's hard.
Right.
But it's also like, damn, nigga, this shit is inconvenient.
Very
like
inconvenient.
It's terrible timing.
Gotcha.
And on top of that, my next thought, and this is what led me to everything that came after that, which I'm grateful for. You know what I mean? I can't even say they're mistakes. Because it's like, I really believe that, like, oh, that's how it had to happen for me. Like, God knew that, like, I would do this and boom, boom. But basically, my next thought was like, all right, fuck. What you gonna do? Because my phone is blowing up immediately. Nah, nigga. Like, please, press the button.
Yeah.
Like that's the energy from niggas that love me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yo, press the button, boom, boom. In reality, do I actually feel any sort of, when I listen to that verse that day, do I feel any sort of like, damn, nigga, what you say?
Right.
Why you say there wasn't no disrespect in there? And at least for me, you know what I mean? That I didn't listen to that and be like, damn, nigga said what?
Right.
Nigga said all this.
Teach me about
XYZ. You know what I mean? It was, my feeling was like, fuck. Because now I know
about that shit.
This shit that you've been working on for 8 years, plus this other shit that you did as a setup.
Yep.
Niggas ain't gonna never let you put that out until you address this, until you say something here.
Right.
So my mind becomes, it's silly to think of now, but it's like, it's where I was at the time.
Gotcha.
Probably because I was in a negative place when it came to this music shit. But my thought was like, what's the world gonna say? They not gonna let you come drop this shit you've been working on for 10 years without addressing that. Nah, nigga, we don't want to hear none of that shit. You ain't said shit to Buddy. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to hear none of that. So my mind then gets into, then the word fear comes. The fear is, although nothing's in my heart, there's no malice in my heart, there's no even desire to like, oh, this nigga gave me a chance to come demolish him. What the fuck does that mean to me? I love this nigga. Like, what does that even look like? There was no urge or desire to take it to that level, but there was a fear of like, damn, if I don't do something, I'll never be able to put this album out that I've been working on for 8 years. You know what I mean? So that led me.
That's a lie. That's a lie. He could have just ignored it, honestly. You made niggas be on the same page with you. That's the dilemma with it. You feel me? Niggas is thinking like, oh, Cole answered, I'm about to shoot this nigga. Like, let's do it for hip hop. And then you recanted. That's kind of why niggas feel it. But it's all right, explain it.
Me too. All right, what I'm gonna do? Start jotting some shit. Boom. All this shit mean like I'm not even writing anything good. I'm still not writing nothing good.
Right.
And then one night I was in the Bahamas, me and T Minus, a studio out there. I'm just like, yo, fuck it. That's why it's called 7-minute drill. Me and him do these things called 7-minute drills. When I got writer's block or something, I'll do my whole goal is like, yo, write a rhyme in 7 minutes.
Okay.
Don't give a fuck if it's good or not.
Good or not. Okay.
And I have him, the producer, just to get the room going and the energy going, I'll be able to make a beat in 7 minutes. You can't overthink it. You can't just make the beat in 7 minutes. Nigga, you ain't got time to be figuring out your sense. Just practice.
Yeah.
So he started the beat.
I like that. That's good practice.
It's how I kept myself all these years.
Right.
Sharp. Just giving myself little drills to go through to stay sharp. So on one of them nights, he started cooking up. And then, all right, you did your 7 minutes. Let me do my 7 minutes.
Right.
And the whole point of the 7 minutes is like, yo, you can't overthink it. Just let it come. Boom, boom. And that's when I start writing a song that became like 7-minute drill, which in my mind, as I'm writing it, what I had already kind of subscribed to myself is like, all right, this is what I do.
Right.
Like this my nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm worried about what the world gonna say, which is embarrassing to say out loud, but it's true. You know what I mean? Like at that time, because I'm fearful that this thing that I'm working on for so long will go unappreciated if I don't.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, this is what I do.
Right.
Let me say just enough to where it looked like I did, like it looked like I said something. Everything I'm saying to him, I know, and he know it's all survivable. You know what I mean? It's nothing I'm hitting him, not hitting no fatal blows, but it'll be just enough to be like, all right, nigga.
You said something.
Said, now you gonna come back. I know this is my man. He gonna come back. He gonna say something. You know what I mean? Probably give me a line or two or give me a whatever. And I'm gonna be like, you got that? Cool. Now let's get to this album and really fuck him up. You know what I mean? In my mind, right? Like, mind you, it's a decision made out of like non-clarity.
Right.
But through that non-clarity, it seemed like my best option, right?
Right.
It did.
Boom. We put out Might Delete Later 2 days before Dreamville Fest, and that song is last, right? We just throw it on there. Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
The second it comes out,
immediately,
and I'm seeing the right away what I did.
Right away.
Instantly, what I did was like, oh, you instantly divided off rip. You created a dividing line.
Right.
Where you forcing the world
that's battle rap
to pick a side and to, if they fuck with you, they gotta slander him.
Right.
And they taking some of the shit you said, thinking it's survivable and thinking it's just some light shit, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
They taking what you said and they giving it gas and they giving it light. And then my thought becomes, oh fuck, I done fucked up. I done misrepresented myself.
Right.
I done miss.
That wasn't your intention.
That wasn't my intention.
Right.
My intention was some bullshit. Honestly, my intention was fraudulent to begin with. You pretending. It's like a nigga pull his gun out and like that's just my analogy.
Yeah.
It's like oh shit, nigga pull his gun out and just shoot a nigga toe or something.
Right.
It's like I shot him. You know what I mean? It's like the intention. You only did it because you was worried about how everybody looked around you. You know what I mean? So my intention was some bullshit.
Right.
So with your intention being some bullshit, then me seeing the result of like, oh my God.
Right.
Look what I'm giving life to. And then on top of that, oh God, do this nigga think? Do this nigga because this music shit is weird and this internet is weird.
Right.
You know, I love these niggas. I really do.
Yep.
But like, bro, I'm not with y'all like this.
Right.
I'm not with y'all every day.
Right.
Y'all not with me every day.
Facts.
If enough headlines go around or enough chatter happens, you might start feeling like I really feel like that. And I mean, guess what? When we was locked in, nigga, I might talk to these niggas once a year.
Right.
Might be 2 years ago by where we just check in. It's no ill will. It's just like, yo, your life, my life.
Right.
So imagine in the space, I'm like, oh, damn, this nigga really think that I feel like this about it? Like, oh, and even how I'm telling you, it was way heavier. It was like, oh no. Like sinking my chair, like, nah.
Right.
But at the same time, you done did it already.
Right.
Like, I've already done it. I've already like jumped into it.
Right.
So now I'm like, fuck, I got Dreamville Fest coming up. Oh my God. Like, I gotta go on the stage. These niggas think I'm representing this. Boom, boom. Right. So you know, I know I'm going further than your original question, but I feel like I might as well.
Let it.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Because
So,
people want to know this shit.
Word up.
Because I have more questions that I was going to ask you about it, but you're answering them anyway.
All right,
so
cool,
you know what I'm saying?
Cool. So fast forward. Now, if you would have seen me that weekend, even like my wife, she was peeping it all weekend. You know what I mean? It's only if you know me intimately would you see it, but it's like she could just see I was fucked up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I felt like I had made like a big mistake.
Right.
And the main mistake was like, damn, you really love this dude. Like you really have, I'm a fan,
right,
a friend. It's not just him, it's Drake too. It's like, yo, I really fuck with these niggas. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, oh shit. And then also it's a bit of pride because it's like, damn, they want to hit the nigga and be like, hey bro, you think I was serious? Boom, boom.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm in my head. It's like, you know what I mean? So anyways, the show is I'm about 2 hours from going on stage or an hour from going on stage. And I'm like, damn, are you really about to walk on the stage? And everything about it feels untrue. You about to go on the stage and just represent this energy. And a thought comes to me. And I really feel like this was God. Because I could tell because of how it like lifted me and how it took like the weight off me. It was like, oh, yo, you misrepresented yourself on a big stage, right? On a big platform, on an album. You know what I mean? And played into it. And you said something that you didn't really believe in, you know what I mean? About somebody else, boom, boom. You got the opportunity to go tell how you actually feel and speak the truth on a big stage, maybe a bigger stage at that point, because niggas is tuned in around the world, you know what I mean? It's a live stream. So I'm like, and that's when the apology came in my mind an hour before.
Right.
I told my wife, she the only one I told. I ain't tell my homeboys, thank God, because they probably would have, you know what I mean?
They would have been upset.
Wilding.
Yeah.
Told my wife, she started crying. You know what I mean? Like, she seen one, how it was affecting me. And two, she just, I don't know, it was like a pride that she had. And she know how I feel about him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she talked to his wife. They got a little relationship. You know what I mean? So it's like, she know she don't even know the rap world. She know the real version of me.
Right.
She started crying. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm excited to do this now.
Right.
I'm going out there with a different energy.
Right.
I'm going out there. I can't wait to get to that moment.
Right.
Because it's really me.
Right.
And I really get to represent myself. So I do what I do, right?
Absolutely.
As soon as I do what I do, me personally, the weight is off me because I know I've made a wrong right.
Right.
I did wrong. Whether you feel it's wrong or not, it's wrong to me.
Right.
So I've made a wrong right. You know what I mean? Now, worst case, I know he know and I know the world know how I actually feel. Boom, 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 right?
Yeah.
The weight gets lifted off me. Simultaneously, the world like, nah, nigga. No, sir. Nobody.
It's fact.
Not gonna happen like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the world is fucking me up or fucking my name up. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
That's
you know
one of the questions. Stay here for a minute because I want you to finish the story. Okay. How did you feel right then and there when niggas was like, yo, this nigga backing out the battle? Yo, come on, man. Like, come on, you fucking up light-skinned nigga. I seen all that. You know what I'm saying? Right. How did you feel at that moment when people got upset with you for saying that you're not going to go back and forth with him? How did you feel?
Well, first, you got to think it was that night. That night, I had my own homeboys.
Right.
Like, I had people that was close to me. Some niggas like, yo, bro, I get it. I respect that. Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Some niggas like, bro, fuck that. No, you know what I mean? Right. Like, you know what I mean? So I already experienced that in real life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And when they did it, when they hit me with that, and I appreciate them.
Hold on, Cole. Cause there's niggas like that I've ran with for the last 10 years that no longer jack you, bro. Because you did this shit. So it hurt some of us, nigga.
Telling me the truth, you know, whoever did. But it's like when they hit me with it.
Music is one of the best ways to express your feelings. And that's why today we're gonna do something.
I'm chilling. I didn't give a fuck. Like because I knew in my heart I did what was right for me.
And it means more coming from them than social or whatever.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. However, what I will say is, like, to your point, when the world start giving me them hands, my reaction was I still felt like, nah, like I'm secure in my decision and what I did. But of course, over time, when niggas like, nah, this nigga's over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's over. The ego and the fear creeps in some. It wasn't dominant, but I did feel it there where it was like, oh shit, like did I fuck up? You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's not a dominant feeling because ultimately I always lean back on the fact that like, no, nigga, like I got a strong belief in God. And I feel like we know how it feels when it's God.
Right. And
we know how it feels when it's not.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know that like, yo, I'm moving off the feeling that I feel like aligns with that, with you know what I mean? And as long as I did that and I made the decision from that place, and I got to remember that like, yo, okay, there's actually a bigger plan. There's a bigger purpose. So it's like, I got homeboys, damn near everybody on my side want to crash out. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
And, yo, niggas talking crazy it's the internet, but they like, yo, niggas talking crazy. I don't like this shit. And I had to really tell everybody like, yo, bro, don't say nothing. I appreciate it because you love me. And you want to go out there and ride for me. You know what I mean? You see niggas talking crazy. It's the worst to them because it's like, nigga, I know you. And you be begging niggas to get in shows, coming to the parties, boom, boom. Now all of a sudden you got some shit to say. They got real problems and they want to crash out on people. And I'm telling them like, no, like let me walk through this. Like, let me, whatever the world is got for me, whatever they got to say for me, let me take it. And let me remember or remember that that's not even me. Like who I actually am on the inside. I'm damn sure not J. Cole. I'm damn near not even Jermaine on the inside. We all are connected to something higher. So what's a name? It's an identity. What's a reputation? It's just a story that somebody tell about you. So it's really just my ego that's afraid that like, oh, my reputation is gonna get fucked up. Oh, they're not gonna think this about me no more. Who gives a like? Let me remember or learn who gives a fuck what they actually think. You know what I mean? Like it's not even you that they talking about. And if it is, so fucking what? So I'm like, yo, don't say nothing. Let me walk through this. So I spent the next amount of time walking through it mentally, like still feeling at peace with my decision, but now knowing I gotta work through the mental test that comes with the world fucking my name up or fucking me up. And you know, and that led me to, that's the blessing. Oh, I started this conversation by telling you, it's a long conversation, but
take your time, bro.
I started this conversation by telling you how much of a blessing that situation was for me.
Right.
Now let me tell you why.
Okay.
In the middle of the world fucking me up, like, it's over for this nigga. Nah, I never look at this nigga the same. Nah, you don't do that. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Yo, I always knew that nigga was such and such. Boom, boom, boom. In the middle of the world doing that, I'm having these conversations with myself. I got to get off. At that time, it was like I had crept back on. I think around the time the Kendrick shit dropped or the Kendrick and Future shit, and then my shit. I'm back reading comments, what niggas are saying. I realized quickly, like, okay, I got to get the fuck off of that. Yeah. Got to get off IG. Right. And YouTube, my most used app. That's why I've been fucking with y'all for a minute, because it's like, yo, I was seeing that shit on IG and on YouTube. Right. But on YouTube, every other post was my name. I was like, yo, I had to get off YouTube. So one, I had to separate myself from that, knowing the world is fucking me up. Right. And I had to have this conversation with myself. And this was the conversation. All right, right now, the world is shitting on your name. Okay. Whatever you think you've built, you know what I mean? The world got something to say about you, you know what I mean? And boom, boom. How you feel about that? I mean, shit, I don't feel great, you know what I mean? But like, you know, whatever I'm saying to myself. Then the question is like, can you control any of that? Can you control what anybody says or thinks about you? You know what I mean? Can you do that? Of course, the answer I'm telling myself is like, oh, no, I can't control that. Right. Okay, then. Let me ask you another question. This is me talking to myself.
Talking to yourself.
Let me ask you another question. Why did you ever do this in the first place? Like, did you ever do this? Did you ever put a pen to the paper, make a beat, record a song because you wanted people that you didn't know to always have great things to say about you? Like, is that why you did this? That's not why I do. So why did you do this ever? Why did you ever do this in the first place? Right. Oh, I did this in the first place because I loved it. Like the second I start rapping,
nigga, yeah, but why you love it? Because other people love you for you. Like, you feel me? Come on, man.
First rhyme I wrote, the first beat I made, I fell in love with it. Like I sat in that same chair you see on the album cover. I wrote my first song there. I must have sat in that spot for 7 hours. I made the beat. I must have sat in that chair in my crib on my mom and my stepfather's stereo system. I must have sat for the first time for 7 hours. Imagine being 14, 15, sitting in a chair for 7 hours and you not watching TV or playing a game. You know what I mean? I'm writing a song. Right. Like, oh, I did that and those types of things because I loved it. Aha, you did it because you loved it. Let me ask you a question. Do you love it right now? Do you currently love it right now? I'm like, oh, I mean, yeah, I think I love it. Do you? Then I'm like, oh, shit. It's like, yo, listen to how you talking about your own album you about to put out. Right. Look how you've been talking about this shit. Right. Like, this how you want to go out? You don't listen to music no more. You don't play this shit no more. You know what I mean? I got kids now. Yeah. The shit that I came up on, you know what I mean? Right. I don't play that shit around my kids. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do it. Right. I'm grateful that my parents didn't give a fuck what I listened to or what they played around me, but I'm not gonna do that. So it's like, I don't experience this shit on a regular basis no more. And like, yo, look how you talking about this album you were working on for 8 years. Ah, man, let's just get this shit the fuck out. Right. Let's just put this shit out, man, and be done with it. Right. And then my question was, that's how you want to go out? That's how you want to drop this album? That's how you want to drop your last album? If this is your last album, that's how you want to put it out? Right. Like, nah. Like, nah, well, how do you want to, what you want to feel like? I don't want to feel like this. I can't write a fucking rap to save my life. Like, that's how you want to go out? And like, nah, I want to go out. When I put this shit out, I want to be in love with this shit. Like, I want to be feeling like I damn near could go do three more albums. Like, I want to feel like excited and proud to put this shit out. I don't want to be over it. Right. Like, all right, then.
Please get out the chat.
What can you control that? You can't control what people are saying. But can you control how you feel about what it is that you do? And so when I say it was the biggest blessing, it was because in that moment I'm like, oh,
I was just bad.
I can control that.
Like
I can control. It's like a relationship. Like when you're in a relationship, it's like if I'm in a relationship with a woman and it's like I can pretend like, man, we just grew apart. This shit ain't there no more. Really, you stop doing the things that breed love with this woman. You know what I mean? And y'all stop doing the things that breed love with each other. And you just say you fell out of love. But really, you stop doing love. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. This is feeling like an after school special. I watched an hour of this. I respect Cole.
Love is like out of like spending time listening to
but I ain't gonna lie.
Somebody. You know what I mean? Like it's an active thing. So from that day forward, when I had that conversation with myself, I'm like, oh, I get it. And I just immerse myself back in this.
Yo, man. I'm good, man. Yo, shout out to J. Cole, man, because that shit was cool. That shit was cool. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna end this the YouTube clip. Bam, bam. Yeah. We good. I'm tired. I don't want